The first time I poured this thick, black liquid onto my soil, I expected nothing. No instant green up, no dramatic reaction. Then something strange happened. Within days, the soil itself changed. It smelled alive. A week later, plants pushed new growth so fast it was visible between mornings. This liquid is not compost tea in the casual sense, and it is not fertilizer. It is a concentrated microbial inoculant rich in humic substances, beneficial bacteria, fungi, and carbon compounds. The dark color comes from humic and fulvic acids, which are the end result of fully broken down organic matter. These compounds act like nutrient magnets, binding minerals and delivering them directly to plant roots. When poured into soil, this liquid does not feed plants directly. It feeds the soil food web. Bacteria wake up first. Fungi follow. Protozoa and nematodes reactivate. Plants live on liquid carbon exchanges. Roots release sugars to microbes, and microbes trade minerals back. When microbes are absent, roots starve, no matter how much fertilizer is added. This black liquid reboots that system instantly. Within days, root hairs multiply. Nutrient uptake becomes efficient. Water retention improves. Leaves darken because magnesium and iron become available again. Flower production increases because phosphorus and potassium finally move freely. This is why growth appears explosive. The plant was never weak. The system was broken. How this differs from compost and compost tea. Compost adds organic matter slowly. Compost tea adds microbes temporarily. This black microbe liquid does something different. It stabilizes microbes by giving them long-term carbon housing. Humic substances protect microbes from heat, drought, and UV damage. That means they stay active far longer than tea microbes. Instead of feeding once and watching effects fade, this creates a lasting biological upgrade. This is where most people get it wrong. More is not better. Microbes need balance. Mix 1 tablespoon of black microbe concentrate into 1 gallon of non-chlorinated water. Let it sit for at least 30 minutes so microbes fully hydrate. Apply directly to soil, not leaves, at the base of plants. 1 gallon treats approximately 20 square feet of garden soil or 2 large containers. Apply once every 14 days during active growth. For depleted or compacted soil, apply once weekly for the first month, then reduce frequency. Raised beds and containers, they respond the fastest. That's because they just don't have that deep soil biology you'd find in natural soil. They dry out faster and, they lose microbes more easily. When this liquid is applied, the response is immediate, since there's really no competition from dormant native biology. The microbes, they take over quickly and start to restructure the soil. This effect is especially powerful for container-grown peppers in, say, 5 to 10 gallon pots. The root zone, it becomes stable, nutrient-dense, and resilient. Plants can actually grow like perennials, as long as they're protected from the cold. So, what happens underground after application? Well, within just a few hours, bacteria begin colonizing the root zones. They release organic acids that dissolve locked minerals. Fungi then extend their hyphae far beyond the reach of roots, pulling in phosphorus and trace elements. Humic acids chelate calcium, magnesium, and iron, which keeps these nutrients from washing away. And then earthworms follow. Worms aren't attracted to fertilizer, They're drawn to microbial activity. When worms return, soil structure improves naturally, and honestly, it stays that way for good. So why does this outperform chemical fertilizers? Well, chemical fertilizers, they might give a quick spike of nutrients, but over time, they actually kill off microbial diversity. This leads to a dependency, where each season you end up needing more input for less result. But here's the thing. This black microbe liquid actually reverses that cycle. Once soil biology is restored, plants are able to regulate their own growth. Nutrients get released on demand instead of just flooding the roots all at once. Stress tolerance improves and disease pressure drops because, well, beneficial microbes outcompete pathogens. So let's talk about how to integrate this with organic feeding. This liquid works best when used alongside gentle organic inputs. Compost, worm castings, and mushroom compost, they all provide slow food for microbes. It's also a good idea to mulch with straw or wood chips, since that helps protect moisture and temperature. Avoid synthetic salts, though. They disrupt microbial membranes. If you're using compost tea, it's best to apply it 1 week after the black liquid, not at the same time. That way microbes have a chance to establish first. Water management, honestly, it can make or break your results. Microbes need consistent moisture. Dry soil just shuts them down, so water deeply, but be careful to avoid waterlogging. Mulch is critical. Without it, microbial gains are only temporary. And really, think of water as oxygen for soil life. Now, how do you know it's working? Well, leaves deepen in color within a week. You'll notice new growth appears thicker and sturdier. Flowers hold on longer instead of dropping, and fruits size evenly and ripen faster. The soil itself becomes crumbly and dark, and you might even spot worms where there were none before. These are biological signals, not just marketing claims. That's why this is considered an evergreen soil solution. Once soil biology is restored, maintenance becomes pretty minimal. Applications can be reduced to monthly or even seasonal. The system starts to sustain itself through root exudates and organic matter recycling. And really, this is just how natural ecosystems function, without any human input. Here are some final thoughts from nature's blueprint. Gardening really does become effortless when biology is doing the work. But remember, this black microbe liquid isn't a shortcut, it's a correction. If your garden feels stuck, even with good care, chances are the problem is underground. So, if this changed how you think about soil, go ahead and subscribe to Nature's Blueprint for more real, biology-first strategies. And hey, share this with a gardener who keeps feeding plants but never feeds the soil.